Oh boy. Oh boy, it's like it never happened. It's like it never even happened. It's like we're still here. Still streaming. All right, we're back. Yeah, Dan, the muscle memory. His muscle memory, he accidentally ended the stream because he's used to doing it, when he's doing his show at night. So, yeah. Kind of fucked up a couple things. That's okay though. All right. So what I was gonna do, I don't know. Now everybody's gone. We're gonna talk a little bit about Hunter Avalon and his. It's kind of a little brief sojourn. It's still a story in development right now. Hunter Avalon, if you guys don't know, is like a debate bro. He used to be very right wing up until he was like the ripe old age of 22, 22 or something like that, and then became a libtard, of course, as we like to say. He became a libtard, and then I don't know if is this still on? Oh, cool, it is. Cool. Even Rumble came back. Right on. Trembling says, I'm here. Well, good. Somebody's here. But anyways, so yeah, then he became like progressive, and he spends a lot of his time debating about like trans rights. The only thing that he does that's at all interesting is he will debate a lot of Islamists about Islam, the problems of Islam in the Middle East. But he's an awful person to do it. Like, he doesn't represent himself well. I don't find him to be a very good debater in general. He's not like somebody like Destiny where I can kind of begrudgingly be like, all right, you're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. Trump said, blue-haired pussy does that to a youngin'. Oh, yeah. So we're going to check out. Apparently there's been a lot of stuff spiraling out of control. Since that him and his wife became progressive like 2 years ago, their marriage has gotten really weird. Apparently they were making OnlyFans content together for a while. His wife has become more and more sexually demanding, was talking to men on the side, and we're gonna get into it. Some tea has spilled today. Actually, Hypocrite is the way I found out about it. He made a little video about it, which is basically just kind of a brief overview, and then he watched some of the video that we're gonna watch. I thought it would be interesting and relevant. We've never really talked about Hunter Avalon. I've thought about watching like a debate or two of his, just for kind of posterity, and also, sometimes I wish I watched more debates. Sometimes I enjoy watching the debates and talking about them, even if I think the answer is obvious or whatever. We got Prophet in the chat. He says, "Holy shit, bro! 2 nightcaps in a night. How did I get so lucky?" Well, buddy, I think you may have just skipped over into another timeline. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't streaming earlier. I don't stream. So anyways, so we're going to check out this video of this porn star dude she was talking to. And then right before I came on, his wife, Hunter Avalon, and his wife responded. Because she like shut down all of her social media. She just put everything to a stop. Everything came to a grinding halt as people were uncovering all of her cam girl sites. A lot of this stuff I think I can show one of them on screen that doesn't have any explicit nudity on the front page. But just so that we all know. Now this is for the public good. We're reporters right now. Okay, we're totally activated. We're journalists in this moment. We're not posting revenge porn. We're looking at a freely available profile from myfreecams.com, because Hunter Avalon apparently is trying to suggest that people that have posted or talked about this are like doing or posting revenge porn. So yeah. So this is Hunter Avalon's wife. This is profilesmyfreecams.com. It might be an aggregate site that kind of gets these things together. It's the design here is very abrasive, and it makes my eyes hurt. That's for sure. Trumping says alternate universe Sean played by Bob Seger. We're on the nightcap. Oh baby, the nightcap. So Sierra Quinn X, triple X actually. If you want to see it yourself, here I'll drop it in the chat. If you look up. Make sure I'm spelling it right. 1, 2, 3. If you look up that name, Sierra Quinn Triple X, these things just show up. They just like the first things that show up on Google. So it says about me. I'm a 24-year-old mom who does this on the side of a full-time job. I love interacting and meeting with new people, and I enjoy bringing people joy. Tags, blonde, sexy, hot, busty, blah, blah, blah. There are some pictures here. There's a recent photo. It's just a little risque. I don't think we're not going to get put in jail. A little risque. She's got her nose is very pointy. Look at that slope. Whew. Really ski down that thing. You know what I mean? They used to be trad Christian people. That's what they used to do. I don't know if they were virgins before they got married. They might have been though. So Rollo Tomasi, our boy Rollo, is going to have a field day. Actually, one of the interesting intersections of this story actually intersects with the Lauren Southern Destiny drama that we were kind of covering. The accusations that they had a relationship and a love child. Well, apparently there is some tea was spilled about that during this process as she was kind of speaking out of turn. Prophet says, working on my nightcap, hearing those horsey ass cheeks clap, working on my nightcap. And it was mail time. Oh, sweet, sweet mail time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Interests and hobbies. Meaning of life. To live life to its fullest and create a positive legacy. My God. Like, you think these people have any, they're internet people. They live on the internet for a living. And they're out there openly doing cam girls. Like, this is like what's his name? The Jack Murphy situation. But you do this for a living. Like, your kids, this is going to haunt your kids' lives. Just like that article that's going around. I don't know if it's a meme or if it's real. It's like, my son is suicidal because his people at school found out that that his mother was a OnlyFans girl, and they keep harassing them and showing them pictures and stuff. Like, this stuff is like, that's what's happening. This push to constantly normalize this shit is a mistake. It's a mistake. Like, if you want to do this stuff, you're an adult. Like, I can't do anything to you. I'm not going to preclude you from doing so, but Jesus Christ, use your fucking brain, dude. So she had a schedule. Monday, I'm usually online from 1 p.m. until 11 p.m. Jesus Christ. Where are your kids? What are the kids doing? Tuesdays, drop in, drop out. Wednesday, I'm always online from 8:30 p.m. until 12:30 a.m. Oh, that must be when the kids go down. Friday, I'm always online from 8:30 p.m. until 12:30 a.m. The other day, she has the kids. Because apparently they've gotten divorced. They were separated. There's all sorts of claims. We're going to get into some of it. We got a message wall here. G from Arizona says, welcome to the community. Brad Daisley, a total babe, even if her profile hurt my retinas, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I agree. This is very difficult to look at this and read shit. What does this say? I've been busy since yesterday's stream. Oh, she left a message. And is this from 2023? Yeah, this is from this year. This is May 20th. This last one is June 12th. So this is active to some one degree or another, or at least it was. Was I not? Yeah, I showed you guys. I was showing you guys the page for a little bit. Because check that out. That shit is painful to look at. All right. So now we're going to look at this video. So we're going to get into some of the tea. This guy, Kingston Hawk, apparently he's a porn star. I don't know. I've never heard of him, which doesn't really mean much of me. I've never heard of him. Apparently he's one of these new guys. I guess, who isn't a porn star these days? Who isn't a porn star? But they were sharing messages together, and it was really funny to see like how this lady has just jumped off whole hog into fucking hoe life. She's talking about getting cream pied and gangbangs. She wants $7,000 for a gangbang. And she's like, I'll let you guys piss on me. It's wild. We're gonna get into it. Let's get into it now. Close out the show with some fucking wholesome content.
Hey y'all, this is Kingston Hawk. Just want to go on a quick rant. Real quick backstory. You know, I did a debate with Hunter Avalllone like a year ago, and I guess I'd been following this chick because of that. She was like saying her own shit about the same topic, and I seen it, and so I just commented, and I can't remember what I commented, but just something to the extent of like, I don't think she knew what she was talking about. Well, she was real polite about it. She was like, if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, why don't we debate? And
so this is a year ago. Hunter Avalllone debates this guy. They're on Twitter arguing about stuff. Now they slide into each other's DMs. This sounds like it could be some kind of trap. She was already looking. She was already curious. She was curious. Hagbert says, I'm not going to say anything mean or racist about this guy's lips.
I'm like, cool. So we jump in the DMs and we're debating a topic. And she actually seems a lot more reasonable than Hunter. You know, she's got a lot more reasonable position. So me and her, we getting along. And, you know, she's like, well, shit, we can continue to debate, but why don't you just call me? Like, let's just use Discord and let's just, voice call. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So we talk.
Fuck it, yo, man. Yo, I'm cool, So this guy is like a nobody that has gained a profile from from debating probably this dude and now this. He's got 70 subscribers. 70 subscribers at this point. And I'm pretty sure this is origin. This is his video. This is where this video was posted originally. This is not a copy.
Talk later that night. We spend a little while talking about the debate, but we kind of agree on most things. So we spend hours just talking about her life and my life. And it's fun.
So that's interesting. So it's kind of indicating that maybe Hunter is really the one that kind of went full woke, that went full SJW. He used to be an anti-SJW. That's how he came to prominence, if you will. Like all these political minds that are fucking 19, 20 years old on the internet, talking to hundreds of thousands of people. It's really good stuff. But yeah, maybe it was more his idea to go because he spends so much time like defending, giving puberty blockers to children and shit like that. Honestly, it's a little odd. And I don't like saying that. I know that they do this shit for a living. They're looking for eyeballs. They're looking for activated people. So they talk about what the hot internet topics are. But even then, I'm like, dude, chill.
Funny because when we started getting into my life, that's when things changed and got sexual. Because I've been in the adult entertainment industry. Let's be clear, for like 15 years.
All right, hold on. Let's go back. Let's check out. Hold on. Okay, you crop your face too much. That's your hottest part. Oh my goodness. He sends him a picture. Better blurred out photo. To be respectful. Want to be respectful. Trembling says, looking at her pics, it says she's 24, but she looks like she's in her mid-30s at the youngest. Yeah, I kind of thought that too, which is interesting because that this Hunter Avalllone looks like he's fucking 15. He's like perpetually looks like he's 15. He's got the haircut, the Shane Dawson haircut from 2013. Trembling says, looks like every MILF porn. Yeah, I agree. Kay says, much better. You're much more sexy when I'm getting confident vibes off of you. Oh, see what he's doing right now is he's doing a little, I would say, grooming. Doing a little grooming. She says, thank you. I like how forward you are with me. He says, I appreciate that. New topic.
Adult entertainment industry, let's be clear.
Hold on. It says, thank you. I appreciate it. It's sexy. Yes, sir. Tell me what your sex life would look like if you had complete freedom to do and try whatever you want. No pandering. Give me your most honest answer. Now, this is from May of this year. 5/24/2023. The reason why I bring this up is because after this video, Hunter Avalllone actually produced some kind of response. Not a video, mind you. It's like a tweet. He brings up the timelines, the dates. He suggests that he was no longer with his wife when these messages were being written. There's some debate whether that's true or not. Maybe we'll find the truth out there. Who knows? It's out there, guys. The truth. is out there. She responds to what would be her, what's her fantasy. I think I would start with fucking you. I know you would be kind, but also give constructive criticism because he's a pornographer. Then I would want to fuck the Australian guy because he's fat and funny. Kay says, you want to learn to be better sexually? Carissa says, yes. I tried to ride a dildo on the chair and my quads were burning after like 3 minutes. He says, laugh out loud. She says,
for like 15 years. So
nothing. Let me see here. I still feel them. Kay says, you're more interested in fucking particular people than doing particular things? Carissa says, yes, at first I think. I've only fucked one very small category of people. Guys who have grown up incredibly conservative and Christian. And a girl with the same background, I want some atheist dick. She's on the prowl. She's ready to howl. Okay? She's looking for some of that Alabama black snake. Yeah. So she spent her life, fucking, I guess, average sized penis, Hunter Avalllone. And she wants something new. She wants something better. She wants something bigger. She's like, he's just not like my dildos. He says, laugh out loud. She says, I also want to do a cream pie gangbang. That's insanely hot to me. Whoa. Trellick says they became coomers and it ruined their marriage. What a shock. No, exactly. They completely went whole hog into progressive degeneracy. I don't even say that to be cute. That's literally what fucking happened. That's literally what happened. And then once they started adopting the values of the progressive values, their lives slowly started to fall apart because their foundation of who they were was changing. They were rejecting each other and their situation, and they started to come oh, I'm not really happy. I really don't like this stuff. In a way, that's almost like they gaslit themselves,
So that's something that she was really interested in.
Okay, I'm stopping so we can read it. He doesn't read the messages. I just want to make sure we do what we need to do. I want to make sure that we do our due diligence here. I don't want to be unfair to Hunter, Carissa, Kay, what's his name? Kevin Hawkins or some shit. Let me see. He says, that would be a very fun time. Krista says, I'd also fuck my ex to see if he's as good as I remember. Laugh out loud. He's probably not, so that would be fun. He might be able to last a little longer. Okay, so she did not get married a virgin. Kay says, I love your deviant side. She says, because back then he lasted 2 pumps, which I took as a compliment. Kay says, greatest compliment I could give you. Bustin' early. I'm bustin'. Carissa says, ha ha ha, I popped his cherry so he didn't have much options, I guess. How long do you think you'd last? Kay says, it's completely situational, but I'm trying to impress. I won't let it happen for at least a while.
Then, her ears perked up. It also led to us kind of.
Carissa says, just keep thinking about your grandma. Ha ha ha. Oh my God. Yeah, that's definitely like some formerly conservative Christian girl. That is what she would say. That would be her mentality. Kay says, girls respect you better when you can please them better than the other guys they've been fucking. She says, really? He says, you respect me even more than you do already when I make you come. To know that I have that much power over your body that I can get you to a place you've barely ever been. Carissa says, that would be difficult too. Kay says, that's exactly why it register is so significant to you when it happens.
Talking sexual with each other. She was sending me nudes.
Jesus Christ. I've also only fucked early 20-year-olds, so I think you might have some tricks up your sleeve. He says, exactly. Krista says, or actually late teens. What would you do? What would you do to me? Kay says, sexy as you are, it'd be hard not to just to pull you up close and start kissing you passionately. And then move my kisses and my hands all over your body. Really warm you up and build up the anticipation. I'd kiss your inner thighs and find your clit with my tongue. Oh, yeah. Trellick says, or she just knew he was raised by his grandmother. Statistics and all. Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired.
If we were to use a Hollywood term, we'd say shots fired, shots fired.
She says, fuck. He says, slowly work work you up until you're dripping wet from me. We're going to need that for when I slide this big black dick deep inside of you. She says, I love your dick. I want it in me so fucking badly. Kay says, slow and deep strokes at first, so you can really feel my size while I kiss your mouth and grab handfuls of your ass. She says, God, would you want me on top, riding you?
All the time, how do you feel about this? Do I look good enough?
He says, not yet. That's where we can end. But I'm taking my time with you. I want to get lost inside you. She says, I'd be so tight to try to fit inside. And it looks like that's a picture of her vagina. He says, I'm going to lean back and kiss your legs and feet as I'm deep inside you.
Enough to have OnlyFans, that type.
Oh, he's going to suck on her toes, man. He's going to suck on her toes. All references available at ladderwithcrowder.com. Egbert says if he doesn't say he's going to stick a rolling pin up her ass, he's an amateur.
Shit. I'm just kind of coaching.
She says, this is weird to read, honestly. Krista says, fuck, I'm going to grind against your dick, trying to force you deeper into me. I want as much of you inside me as possible. I want to squeeze my pussy around you. It'll be the tightest pussy you've ever felt. And when you're close to coming, that's when I'll pull you on top of me and I'll tell you to bounce that ass and grind your clit against me until we come at the same time. I'm going to come deep inside of you just as you come. I want to feel that pussy clench around my dick and force my cum into you. My cum. I want to squeeze every drop of your cum from your cock and continue riding it so my entire vagina is covered in you. Man, you really are so fucking sexy to me. I love how little and tight your pussy looks. You must feel amazing to every cock you've sat on. Oh my God. She said, I do. I'm looking forward to it.
And we talking all sexual and shit,
Jesus Christ. Kay says, that scene you tried with Hunter. Again, we're reminding you, they had an OnlyFans. Hunter, I don't think showed his face, but he definitely showed that peen. And it's, an average sized penis. Trembling says, so many black guys are feet guys. I don't know why. Yes, I always associate that with that. Maybe it's because I watched that. What's that? Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in South Central in the Hood or whatever it's called. Don't drink your juice in South Central while, the movie, the Wayans Brothers movie. While drinking your juice in the Hood. And when they were doing the food eating stuff and it always cracked me up. The toad thing always cracked me up. Trembling says they're terrible at dirty talk. Laugh out loud. Okay, Kay says, that scene you tried with Hunter, we're going to do it for real, without the cameras. Dress you up like a schoolgirl and fuck you like you had misbehaved and needed to be reminded who you belong to. I let you pick from all my friends who you'd like to be shared with the most. When you behave, you're rewarded. So he's not just talking about them having a relationship. He's kind of building her up a little bit to be a hoe. Like a real hoe. Not like a pretend hoe who's fucking her husband on OnlyFans and shows her boobs on webcams. I mean, that's kind of a hoe. But a real hoe. Almost like a street lizard hoe. A working girl. Come there and get passed around to her buddies while they hang out on Saturday afternoon. She says, fuck, that's hot. I'd love that. Would you try to double penetrate? Kay says, I'd make you say please first. Krista says, I bled a little the last time. No worries, we take care of you. Lots of lube and a bit of patience getting it all the way in. She says, damn, I quoted you in stream.
She bought tickets where she was supposed to fly out actually this week.
So they were making arrangements. She was going to fly in to fuck this dude. Something happened, and he's not happy about it.
To Houston.
She says, no worries. You make whatever.
So we can make it physical.
You're the perfect pretty little... I'm pretty fucking tight at both places, though. You are the perfect little pretty white girl. It makes absolute sense that so many guys want to wife you. I know how slutty you are, so I would let you go out and get a lot of dick. But I'd always have you come back and tell me about it and get me worked up. My God. So he's just a full... This guy also has cuck tendencies as well. He's like, yeah, no, I want to... This is exactly the Jack Murphy situation. He's like a Jack Murphy guy. But this is just a way to butter her up. This is how it begins. This is how it starts. This is how it starts. It's all fun and games. It's all about like, yeah, go out there, express yourself, girl. I'll accept you. In fact, I like it. It turns me on. Within 6 months, he'll be turning her out. He'll probably be turning her out. This porn star that she met that has almost no real public profile. Not a popular person at all. They're like, yeah, dude, I'm sure he's just totally just like makes porn. And he doesn't like run escorts or something like that. I'm sure totally. 100%. She says, that's so fucking hot. He says, I feel like if I keep you close to me and get you great at learning how to game men, your pussy could make us both millionaires. Oh, see, well, he's very explicit about it now. And if you want to fly under the radar better, the way to do it is also by being seeking. Finding you a rotation of sugar daddies to maintain. Really? That would be pretty incredible. Man, what a fucking escalation. What an escalation of conversation here. Holy shit. Like, I thought maybe it'd be a little bit, because I didn't read down. I thought maybe it'd be a little bit more subversive, like a little more patient. But, man, I guess they got bills to pay. They just got to get right out there and get on top of it. No pun intended.
Well, I got a message. Somebody I ain't never seen before. Somebody just messaged me and told me, hey, somebody from that side said some things. And just letting you know this is what's being said about you. And at first, I'm thinking, man, it sounds like some bullshit. I know Hunter got a bunch of like haters and shit, but even I'm like, damn, like, how would anybody know that me and girl talking? It's supposed to be real discreet because she got her marriage going on. And, she said she'd been planning on kind of getting rid of this nigga, but she hadn't done it yet. And I was telling her, don't do that right now because of, like he gonna get mad and he finna just start fucking shit up, trying to make.
He's like, he still wants you to continue. Yeah, continue your cam girl stuff. Continue your OnlyFans. Make sure you get that plane ticket. I don't know. Make an excuse. Make an excuse or something. But yeah, you should definitely, because Hunter Avalllone is basically like a meal ticket. He's also a meal. He's like the first sugar daddy, the OG sugar daddy that this guy has his sights on. What's his name? Kingston Hawk. Kingston, not Kevin. Traveling says, Coomerism, not even once.
Make your life hell because you're leaving them. Well, I started hitting her up. And, she was sick for a little while. At least that's what she told me. So I'm hitting her up like, hey, you good? What's up? And I started noticing that she's ghosting me. So I'm like, damn, maybe what was told to me was true. And I'll insert some things, like, because one of the things that made me feel like, okay, this probably did actually happen is I remembered how when we were talking, because first we were talking on Twitter, and just right out the gate, we'd only been talking for like maybe a few days, a week or something. And she was just like, hey, you want some dirt on Destiny? I'm like, wait, what?
Oh man. So she was ghosting, she wasn't around. Now she's trying to come back though. Like she was probably in some way, like she might have been like talking to Hunter. Maybe they were going back and forth about divorce or separation or something like that. She's cooling off. The online presence stuff, she's going to stop talking to this dude. And then maybe they have a fight or something. Then she runs back to Kingston Hawk. Just like that. She goes back to Kingston Hawk. How else to get his attention? Drop some big, juicy info about a very popular streamer. He's going to react. He's going to respond. He's not going to like deny a conversation. It's a good way to get back into him because he could be offended about the ghosting. So she says, do you want to hear something juicy about Destiny? He says, when you phrase it like that, I'm not going to say no. Laugh out loud. Did y'all used to fuck or something? She says, no. So, how he used to have Lauren Southern on a lot? He said, yeah. She says, he was going to divorce Melina and get into a monogamous marriage with Lauren Southern, but Melina found out and got really mad and moved out to Texas for 2 weeks. And then, some of this has been confirmed. I despise that I know all this, but I do. It's like my soap operas. But yeah, this actually lines up. He had I think it's like the Bob 8 Manifesto. If you look that up on YouTube, It's when Melina was like went to go live with another guy, and they apparently they worked it out or whatever. But it was all surrounding her feeling like he violated her trust by having a deep emotional relationship with another woman. See, it's okay to use them and use their bodies and fuck them and stuff like that, and just friend stuff, But when you start having an attachment, that's when Melina gets squirrely. She's like, no, you have to be like a sociopath. Don't develop feelings or relationships with anybody you have sex with. You're not allowed to actually have friends. And I think, let's see. I think it keeps going.
Okay, let me hear it. And she starts telling me all about how Destiny and Lauren Southern were in a full-blown relationship and they were going to be monogamous together. And then last minute, Lauren Southern pulled out. So then, Melina left him, but then, she went to.
So it says, and then Lauren decided against for whatever reason. And so Destiny was like devastated, but just decided to stay with Melina. So Melina moved back. This was August of 22. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation about the Lauren Southern Destiny thing. Obviously, we didn't get there in the Rolo video, but we were like right there. I wish if I had just gone for like 10 more minutes. People are out there claiming that Lauren Southern and Destiny, like Destiny got Lauren Southern pregnant, and it was like a thing behind the scenes. Apparently, that's, from what I understand, that's not true. I'm not even sure if they ever even hooked up or anything like that. It is possible though. It's definitely possible. Destiny is a coomer, and he will coom wherever he can. But also, he's attracted to Lauren Southern because Destiny, like, whether you like him or not, or whether or not you think like things he says sometimes the way he debates is fair or makes any sense. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think he it craves having interesting conversations with somebody. Melina's like a fucking doorknob. Melina's kind of a retard. And that's what's been so funny to watch Melina try to assert herself intellectually in like debate spaces. Melina has been showing up on all of these panel shows, all these dating shows, all these like male guru shows, like to be like the feminist representative. She's done like 10 or 12 of them within this past year. And I think a lot of that has to spurs from her wanting to impress her husband, Destiny. So yeah.
To Texas, and Destiny had to kind of go crawling back to her and just kind of, take it as sloppy seconds because he really wanted to be with Lauren. And I'm just like, damn, like, while she's telling me this, and yeah, it's entertaining, I ain't gonna front. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, damn, like, no one asked you for any of this. You just unprompted, just volunteered this shit, this whole man's other life story.
So what's interesting about this, like he's like, oh, he's got his standards, he's got values. He's got an ethic. Okay, he doesn't do this kind of thing. This is a red flag. This because it was going around. I think it was going around the internet at that time. Something had been leaked, or some like people on Reddit, shit like that. That's where it comes from. Like it probably felt like it came out of the blue because he's in his backyard peeing on women. So like he can't keep up with everything. He's a busy guy, This is Kingston Hawk we're talking about. He's not on Reddit reading rumors about Destiny and Lauren Southern. That's for lesser men, okay?
And so, when it comes to my shit, and when I'm texting her and she's ghosted me now, I'm thinking, damn, she might know that somebody snitched. They might be using it against her. Like, hey, I just fucked up your whole shit. I told this nigga what you've been talking about. And so I'm like, damn, like, I bet this motherfucker really did say what they said they said. So I just decided, all right, I'm gonna make this video and I'm gonna just put everything out there. If
There's no reason for him to do this other than to be petty. So like he had mentioned earlier that he debated Hunter Avalllone. He probably didn't do very well because Hunter Avalllone, again, he's one of these debate bros. He's all about rhetoric. He's all about winning conversations. It doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. He just wants to win the conversation. Somebody like this, clearly not going to be as seasoned as Hunter Avalllone. And this is like a grand revenge. Like he loves this. What are you talking about? He's going to get all sorts of attention for this. He gets to make a video and put all of his private information out there. And he's also signaling to maybe other women out there, He's a good guy. Yeah, I want to turn you out, but I'm an honorable man. Don't you see?
Fucking lying on you. I sincerely feel like the best way to deal with that is just tell the whole truth. Show everything. Show all the receipts. Show the logs. Do everything. And now, motherfucker who's hating on you, hey, everybody get to decide and they get to see. So in this video, I'm gonna go back and editing, and I'm gonna throw up like text messages and nothing crazy. I ain't trying to dox nobody. You know, they keep fronting to the public, and what really happened is she just wants to fuck mad dick. Like that's what she liked about me is I told her stories about when we was
Just putting it out there. And, you know, he's not wrong, I suppose, in some way. If they're out there presenting that they're, you know, that they're a little bit more wholesome than that. But, you know, actually they're not. No, you know what? I take that back. They're not fronting. They have a public OnlyFans that people knew about, I guess. It was news to me. I thought, I was like, really? That dude has a fucking OnlyFans with his wife? I was like, oh, okay. But it was out there. I don't know if their marriage, I don't think their marriage troubles were out there. But that is their business. Like, I don't know. Is it incumbent upon anybody that has like a public profile to just be like, talk about every aspect of their life, no matter how weird or depressing or fucked up it is? Not really.
in high school, how we had homies that were girls and we weren't possessive over them. Like you could come to the crib, fuck me one day, fuck the homie the next day, fuck the other homie the next day, and you were still accepted amongst the crew. We just
See, that's like, you know what I mean? This is just normal teenage hijinks. Let's go back a second here. This is, he's describing his high school life with high school girls. This is when this kind of mentality started for him. That's kind of fucking wild. Maybe I'm naive, you know, maybe I'm just a naive person. Like I can accept that. I'd rather be naive and be like to myself than fucking be steeped in Coomer bullshit. But it starts back then for this person. And like, and not only just this person, but he had a bunch of friends that were also okay with that. That also wanted to do shit like that. I mean, I was a horny teenage boy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand like wanting to get laid and doing all that stuff, but holy shit. I don't know. I feel like it would have been like it wouldn't have been just about the girl or whatever. It would have been like about me and my own fucking self-esteem or integrity or something. I think I would have felt strange about that. I don't think I would have done that. You know? I don't think so. I really hope not. I mean, like I said, hormones rage. They rage, but I don't think I would have.
is I told her stories about when we was in high school, how we had homies that were girls and we weren't possessive over them. Like you could come to the crib, fuck me one day, fuck the homie the next day, fuck the other homie the next day, and you were still accepted amongst the crew. We just shared all the girls with everybody. And she was looking at it like, God damn, I didn't know that shit was possible. Like, you know, the idea that like
That's like kind of a it's like we call it a pimp polycule. You just got a house full of pimps. Just 3 girls. They all go around in a circle. Just fucking and sucking each other.
you know, y'all just let a chick do her whole shit and don't judge her for it. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, like, we all like sex. We all like, you know, why should I hate on you because you a slut when I'm a slut? Don't make sense to me. So like me and
I hope you get AIDS. Kingston Hawks. I hope you get AIDS. Yeah, you could be a slut and they could be a slut and you cannot judge them. What you're talking about goes way beyond like being a slut. This is like mentally deranged fucking Coomer shit. This goes way beyond just like being a girl that likes to sleep around. Holy shit.
her bonded over that shit. Like we got along. Like she want to be slutty and she want to fuck mad dudes. I fuck mad chicks. What's there to beef about? That's how I looked at it at least. But dude, you know, like he's super vanilla. She's talking about he got performance issues. You know, she want to go to swinger clubs and he's not sure. Like even they're
no longer soulmates. No longer soulmates. He won't even go to swingers clubs for her. What a jerk. Not letting her be fulfilled. He'll let her be fulfilled. I'll tell you what, he'll let her be fulfilled right good. Him and all of his 50 of his closest buddies. Just one after another. Just filling her like a cannoli.
Breakup that he announced, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's why he took it down so fast. She told him, hey, let's just try having an open relationship at first. That way she can get some dick, he can get some pussy. And then maybe that'll make the relationship stronger because you'll see that it's not the end of the world to fuck other people. Well, this nerd, he went out and made the statement and kind of just blew everything up. And then he was like, well, I'm going to go and live with my guy friend. It still wouldn't have made, it's still like, this still would have been nobody else's business if y'all ain't feel like y'all had to dirty my name and shit for whatever reason, and who knows? Because if she lying to her husband.
I mean, like, okay, dirty his name. Did they speak publicly about this? Did they make like a video or something? Or is he talking about like some sort of Discord chat? It's probably like her saying like, oh, I don't really know that guy. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. She's probably just hiding it from her now husband. I have no idea what their status is. I think they're officially now divorced.
About me, why should I believe she's not lying to me about what she's telling her husband? She probably telling Hunter the whole time, like, like this is a girlfriend who's just giving me advice and shit. When really, she's supposed to be jumping on a flight. She's supposed to come this week to come get some dick.
His voice kind of raises a little bit. He gets a little bit more excited. He's a little more excited because he's mad. He's mad. He's had this hoe on the line for a fucking month. Hoes don't just come around every day. They're a special breed. They're a special breed because he doesn't want street lizards. They're too unpredictable. They're too crazy. Okay? He wants, a former Christian trad, like, wifey. If he can turn her, oh my God. Oh my God. He'll probably win an award at the Player Haters Ball. Pimp of the Year.
And then, okay, let's throw this in there and shit. I wasn't sure if I was going to put this in the video. Part of me feels like what happened is probably she told Hunter about me. Maybe he went through her phone or some shit. And then he told her, hey, ghost that nigga or it's going to be problems. And then he went and talked to his little nerd audience about me. And it might be one of them little nerds from his audience that hit me up because they don't really fuck with him the way he thought they fuck with him. That's my speculation, but obviously it's just
what a wicked web they weave.
Speculation. But yeah, okay, so the other day she hit me up like, hey, because she always act desperate for money, and it's weird because she supposedly got a good job. She's like, how can I make $5,000 real quick?
Okay, so how tough would a gangbang be to set up? She asks. He says, depends on what you want it to look like. Are you thinking of just trying to charge as many men to fuck you all at once? She says, I'm having someone willing to pay to have a video made for them. I just need $5,000, but he's willing to pay more for more people. I said 4 or 5 could be possible, and I thought we could split the difference if you could film and edit it. He says, if you could travel, I could probably set that up easily. Businessman, he's ready. He's ready. He's going to make his first dollar on this new bitch, this new hoe.
And I'm like, dog, I can't call it because that's not.
She says, I'm expecting he'd be willing to pay around $8,000. I should be able to. He says, you seem scared to fuck one guy from Tinder, though. How are you going to handle 5? Laugh out loud. See? More of this. They call it negging in the business.
Not how this goes. Like the way I instruct people is.
She says, I have people lined up with Tinder. I almost fucked someone yesterday, but Hunter was throwing up. My health stuff is wrapping up, so it will be easier. What? Oh my God. She had to stay and take home of the fucking husband. Couldn't get out and get any Tinder ass.
You gotta treat this shit like a real job. You gotta grind. It's a million other girls competing with you, and you gotta outcompete them. There ain't no fast way to the top. You just gotta grind like crazy.
It's all about work ethic. It's all, he's a businessman, okay? And now when she started ghosting him, he starts saying, he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, maybe she's not going to be quite the earner I was hoping. He says, I've told you to make content, to send me videos of you using your toys, to blow a guy off Tinder. You always agree, but never come through. Whoa. Betrayal. I know I feel really fucking bad. The UTI turned into a yeast infection because of the antibiotics, so things haven't exactly been going up there. Ooh, yeasty, itchy crotch.
And she never wanted to do that. She just wanted to kind of get to the end point, get to the money. So she hits me back like, I got this dude who's saying he'll give me like $7,000 if you could set up a gangbang. How difficult.
So that's not the point. Health stuff happens. I don't judge people for things out of their control. I also had the first Tinder guy scheduled yesterday, but he had an open house, so we moved it to Friday. And the other guy was my backup plan.
Would that be for you to set that up for me? And she's like, hey, if you could set up a gangbang and it's got to be all black dudes, he wants me to do it outdoors and just a bunch of black dudes. And I told him
I can get this done. I'm your gal. She says, I swear to you, the UTI, which started right when I agreed to fucking send it to you, started the same day. So I got on antibiotics, which is what caused the ulcer, and then the strep happened, so that entire chunk of time was just like fucking wasted. This is like so weird. It's like, no, man, I would have done my work. Man, I've been sick, man. Why are you judging me? I've been sick.
Cool with y'all peeing on me. Y'all just can't pee in my mouth.
There we go. Sweet. So, yeah, that's some of the details of the gangbang, what she's willing to do.
Dudes, he wants me to do it outdoors and just a bunch of black dudes. And I told him, I'm cool with y'all peeing on me. Y'all just can't pee in my mouth and my eyes. Y'all gonna see the receipts. But she's like, how could I,
Oh my God. Imagine agreeing to that. Like, how the fuck do you get that far down this path in such a short time? I mean, my God. We're talking like a couple years. And maybe she's been doing this OnlyFans thing for like a year. And she's already prepared. She's already fucking prepared to let people urinate on her. I don't, like, what the fuck? I don't even know, like, I can't even imagine being willing to do that for somebody. I'm sorry, dude. I'd be out. I'd be piecing out. Sean does not provide golden showers. I don't care how much I love you. It'll be fucking, I'd be gone. He says, I get all of that, and like I said, I'm not going to hold your health against you. No one wants to be sick. The problem is that you just don't seem to be very obedient personality, generally speaking. See, there's the truth. There's the truth. She ain't going to be a good, earner. She ain't going to be a good hoe. Just reading that word, you probably get triggered. Laugh out loud. I looked at you being sexy, book smart, and slutty, and thought the sky was the limit. We were going to take you all the way to the player haters ball. But part of me felt like if I could help mold you a bit, you could even be a great girlfriend potentially. Fucking weird. Fucking creepy. Self-report. She says, I didn't get triggered. I understand what you're saying.
Could you set that up for me? I'll give you a cut. And shit, I'm like, yeah. I mean, if you could travel, I'll set it up because of, yeah, I got homeboys out here and shit. We can run the train on you and everybody gonna be cool on camera. But
we're professionals. Don't worry about it. He says, I never want to seem like I'm being mean to you, but I guess I'm the type of person that would rather just let an independent girl go fail on her own and learn her lesson the hard way rather than try to force her to make good decisions. Yes, good decisions like letting a backyard full of men pee on her and run a train on her. Are you saying you'd rather not help me any longer? I'm saying that if you belong to me and you make $1 million and boss all the way up like you have the potential to, that's a win for me. Because I'm not only going to make you pay me, but I get to have a dope bossed up chick in my life. Man, this is like dark. This is... I hit the wrong one. I meant to hit this one. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. It's really weird.
Obviously, I'm not going to do that shit for free. That's a lot of work. You know, we supposed to be fucking, but now I gotta go recruit 5 other niggas. You know, like you asked me to do a
That's a lot. That's a lot of work, man. Making these phone calls, sending out a mass text. He says, but you're doing everything you can to try and crash this train. I'll try to help you correct course now, but I need you to be a lot better than you have been. She says, that's fair. He says, I can't even get you to follow porn stars on Twitter. I'll be a lot better. I'm really sorry. Jesus fucking Christ.
real job. So I'm like, okay. And she's cool too. She was like, hey, you know, I'll give you a cut. This was kind of like our last conversation, really, where, you know, we were talking about that, trying to set all that up. Eventually, she decided she thinks dude wasn't good for the money.
So he says, no one in this world is rooting for you to excel in this arena more than I am. What's the real story behind why you're so desperate for quick cash? Just a cheerleader. Hunter is being annoying. We keep on getting into petty fights. I had no idea that he was going to announce it like he did everywhere, and we agreed to start with a separation to evaluate if we wanted an open marriage, which apparently he forgot about. Yeah, Hunter Avalllone apparently announced their separation or divorce. Like, he made a video about it because, you know, life is content for these fucking people. And then he took it down, like, I guess, pretty quickly. And I guess he told her that he forgot that they were going to think about being in an open relationship. She says, I wasn't upset about it. And he was like, sorry. But he always says that and brings it up later. He just needs to go. Positive is we're going to straight divorce now. Also positive is that both of us feel pretty sure. Oh, boy. Boy. I wonder why your marriage didn't work out during your consideration period. You know, maybe it was because you were trying to set up gangbangs, golden shower gangbangs. Just a thought, just a quick thought.
So, you know, we dropped all of that. And then, you know, it turns into some other shit. And I don't know, I feel like this video has been going too long already. I feel like as long as I throw in the receipts, and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to throw in the receipts, y'all kind of get the gist of everything. And y'all just kind of see that, like, the cost.
You guys can see that they're manipulating you to try to smear my good name, my good pimp name. Trumping says the only good thing commies did was put people like these in work camps. He says, I didn't realize he announced it already. Figured that would come a little later, maybe a couple of weeks before he acted out. She says, same, laugh out loud, just so you know. And it's going to get much worse. You have to be able to deal with it. Life happens, but you have to stay on your game. Don't stop grinding. You know, out of sight, out of mind. You got to be out there interacting. How many porn stars you follow today? Huh? She says, how will it get worse? I understand. Having a space without him will help. He's going to grow to see you as his adversary.
Cost for the breakup is what they said it was. Is those two just don't got good chemistry. Like, she wants to sell pussy, and he wants like a housewife. But she said, like, he was getting insecure, like, when she started.
Oh my God. Like, oh, he wanted what they had before. Maybe he probably thought, like, oh, we're fucking around, like, we're exploring. Now that we're not Christians anymore, now that we're like, we're progressives, we're kind of just out there. We've never experienced these things. We've never done these things. We've been together since we were fucking 20, 19 or whatever. We've had a kid together. You know, he probably thought it was a phase, only to find out she's on like 50 cam girl sites on top of OnlyFans. She's trying to set up gangbangs in Texas. Find someone he really doesn't like and think about how he went about treating them. That's how he's going to treat you. She says, why? Being apart will make him dislike you faster. How? I told you all of this already. Laugh out loud. Because it will be harder for him to get pussy? That's not the big part. You just stole his entire future. Now he's going to go figure out a new one.
Started jumping on the cam sites. She's
right or wrong, he's going to blame you for that. Well, I guess, you know, when you marry a person, you have a child with a person, you kind of probably project something out there, right? You want something out of this. You have expectations of what your relationship is going to be and that you're going to be together forever, or at least try it. Like this is such like a self-inflicted implosion, and it's pretty wild to me how quickly she got to the point where she was wanted to agree to do these things. Unless now this is another angle, is another aspect to think about. Unless this is kind of a LARP, like maybe she likes doing the cam girl stuff and the OnlyFans thing. They are kind of experiments. She's talking to this dude as kind of like maybe a LARP, or trying to build up to it. Maybe even trying to convince herself through him. Like maybe she's not retarded. Like, she knows what's going on, and she's waiting for him to make like a good argument so that she'll actually like take that next step.
Making more money camming than he is from streaming. So it's like she makes all the money. This nigga, she said he can't be with the kids alone. He gets overwhelmed. So she makes all the money. She does all the
This is from her, I guess her perspective. She was saying that she made more money camming. I don't know if I believe that, honestly. It doesn't seem like she has very active profiles on any of these things. She says, damn, okay, well, the guy is talking to me to make sure we're on the same page later tonight. I think he's looking at 7,000. He says, nice, that's good news. You could use some good news. Oh, just a good pal. Just a shoulder to cry on. She says, yeah, haha. He says, just be careful with what Hunter knows about you fucking other guys. You want to fast track him hating you, let him know you're fucking for money. Oh, my God.
child duties. And then he's got performance issues sexually. So she's like, this nigga takes forever to come. He just, man, I'm not really blaming her for wanting to leave this nigga. My opinion.
He won't go to swingers parties. Like, he thought it was a phase. I'd get out of there, girl. He's trying to stifle you. She says, anything I should be aware of? Obviously, he needs to pay first and not over PayPal. Anything else? I'll be discreet. He asked, this is the gangbang guy, right? Is he local? She says, yes, and no, I don't believe so. Trembling says, I'm suspecting she was a hoary chick all along, and the LARPers were playing a wholesome with him and turned him into a coomer and is now looking for a way out of it, and this utter piece of shit is one of them. That's another angle. That is a hot take. It's another angle, definitely. That's the problem with like so many of these fucking internet personalities, and the fact that they like take up the lion's share of conversations that go on the internet is that they're all like 20 years old. Like the shelf life of these people is from like 20 to 28. And then they're like, then nobody gives a shit about them. I've almost pretty much noped out of watching all of that kind of content because it's just same thing over and over again. Catch a debate every once in a while. But I started listening to like just older people have discussions. Like there's a channel that I've actually come to enjoy. They're Orthodox Catholics, I think, at least that group of people. It's called The Crucible. They have two channels, The Crucible and The Crucible Unlimited, and they do tons of debates about all sorts of things. And I've been enjoying it. I've been dipping my toe in and out of that stuff for a while. It's been fun. It's worth checking out.
Hey, and that's just my opinion, but keep it real. If the girl got to make all the money and she's making more money than you, and y'all got kids, and she do all the taking care of the kids, like when she was supposed to.
So he knows all of these things about her life, and he's just like, yeah, man, be deceptive. You don't want him fucking these things up for you, The more someone is offering to pay, the more on alert you have to be of scam potential, but not just scam potential. And added difficulty is there's almost no way for them to give it to you as one chunk payment. They got to break it up into like maximum $500 at a time, if that. If he's got that amount of money to spend and isn't overseas, I'd say when the deed is done, get on a flight and get paid in person. Probably even make a date out of it and charge him for that too. Yeah, just why not? I mean, you're over there, might as well suck his dick too. Don't make that the entire pitch now, though. For now, just find out where he is located and what he's willing to pay. Good to know your own options without showing your hand. You got to be business savvy.
Fly out here. She was like, I got to get my mom, who's not even that healthy, to take the kids because this nigga can't be alone with the kids for 2 days. And then she's thinking, now that y'all broken up, that you gonna...
Yeah, because he's like this terminally online person. spends all of his time online streaming. That's how he makes a living. He doesn't have a great relationship with his kids as a consequence of it, which seems like a thing that with a lot of these like all the time streamer people, the ones that do have kids, which is not very many, it's like a handful. They seem like they have strained relationships with their families. You know, the one that comes to mind, the most obvious one, is Destiny. Destiny has like a son in Nebraska. Destiny works online. Like he could live anywhere he wants. He chooses not to live with his son or near his son. He chooses that. He sees him like 2 or 3 times a year. He thinks playing video games and chatting in Discord is the same thing as being there. It's kind of wild. I've heard him defend it before. It's very weird. It's very weird that he has like that, the way he rationalizes it and acts as if those are the same things. It's like hanging out with my kid playing video games and talking on Discord about memes is the same thing as if I lived there and like took him out to dinner and went to go see movies and went to his soccer games and took him to the mall and blah, blah, blah. Same thing. She says, he just wants a video, though, not to actually fuck me himself. Makes sense about the money. He said that literal thing. Then she shows screen grab.
We fine taking the kids on Tuesdays and Thursdays so she can go suck dick. Hunter ain't going for that. And I mean...
So Frank Tank, that's the guy's handle. Let me see how much money I can get. What things you up to do with the guys? She says, almost anything. I draw the line at drinking, eating urine, or feces. I'm fine to have them pee on me, though. I'm talking with a guy who has connections, and I believe we can set this up pretty quickly. He says, let me know. What kind of guys do you prefer? So this guy is probably just somebody like stringing her along, and it's just like jerking off while they're sending these messages. Oh, yeah. 7. How much? How about 10? How about 10,000? She says he asked me to coordinate it. I thought he might want to be involved, but it's literally just a custom video.
So maybe I'm biased on her side, even though I shouldn't be, because clearly she was talking shit. But if I'm in his...
He never describes what the shit talking was. Like, he never says what it is. It's probably some very passive thing about her not really knowing him or something. And he's just super offended.
Position, maybe I don't fuck with her either. And maybe he don't even know. It's part of the reason why I'm throwing in the fucking, receipts, because of who knows what lies she done told this dude. If I'm hearing what I'm hearing about myself, she probably done told this nigga all sorts of shit that don't make sense. He probably wondering how I even got her phone number, although
he's probably worried that she's going to scare away the sale. It seems like the guy is like, if you go back to this, or the screen cap is, this is the dude that she's talking to. He's just like, he wants to talk about her preferences and her personal, like, what kind of guys are you like? What kind of things do you like having done to you, etc. That's like, he's just a coomer. Like, he's just jerking off. This is probably not a real thing. He's just getting off on LARPing as a guy that's ordering a custom video. Like, he doesn't want to meet her. There's a reason why.
She probably done told this nigga all sorts of shit that don't make sense. He probably wondering how I even got her phone number. Although I see that it's silence half the time, she probably hid that shit. So it's like, hey, it is what it is. I'm just getting out in front of shit because if y'all not finna dirty up my name, after this, I just want to be done with the whole shit. I want to be done with both people. Unless if he want to rematch over that trans debate, that I will do. But other than that, I'll probably just block everybody.
He's like, yeah, man, if you want to debate and like if I can raise my profile off of you, I'll definitely talk to you. But how dare you smear my name? This is the pornographer Coomer guy. How dare you smear my name? I have a reputation out here in Texas.
And then just my next videos be about the shit that this video should have been about, which is like debating type shit and talking politics. Because that's what this channel really supposed to be for. Either that or like reviewing shit. But anyway, this video turned out to be way longer than it should have been. Fuck it.
Guys, been talking about, I appreciate the brevity. Been talking for 12 minutes, which in Zoobox time is about a half hour. That's what it translates to. Okay, so that came out, I think today or yesterday maybe. And then Hunter Avalllone responded. He responded to it. Let's see what he had to say. He says, let me get this straight. A random guy makes a video spreading falsehoods and revenge porn. Which I didn't see anything in there that was revenge porny. Unless maybe he edited it. Maybe he went in and re-edited it or like put the... I think originally like you could see part of her face or something. And everyone just runs with Hunter got cucked by black dudes. I know this would be a dream come true for all of my impressionable haters, but this is just false. Carissa and I did OnlyFans work together for a bit, but getting paid to have sex with my then wife is nothing short of a baller move. Ooh, the cope. The cope. No, it's not a baller move to fuck your wife on camera and have people jerk off to it. It's not. You're degrading her, you're degrading yourself, and it's clearly was not your idea. And you clearly had to be coerced into it. He says, I don't even fuck without making money. Oh, he's so based. What a Chad. Any screenshots showing Carissa showing interest in sexual engagement with other people was after we had separated and agreed to divorce, which is not entirely true, right? He's saying, oh, the timelines are going to line up. You look, if you see the timeline, we were already, they clearly were kind of separated, maybe for a couple months or something. He thought it was over. She didn't think it was over. He publishes a video, then unpublishes a video because they are still in flux. They're still talking while all this is happening. Okay. This can be verified by comparing my tweet announcing the divorce and the dates aligned on any messages. Lastly, the OnlyFans thing was meant to be anonymous, so the scumbag who made the video and spread his false narrative also violated her privacy and broke the law by spreading revenge porn. So they were presenting their OnlyFans as being anonymous. That's probably true, I guess. Maybe there's no faces. No faces. But if she, like, out of her own accord tells him that stuff and then sends him pictures and stuff, I mean, she's the one volunteering the information to a guy that she doesn't know, which seems like a thing that she does. If he repeats that, if he repeats what he's told, maybe it's rude. Maybe it's a shitty thing to do. But is it spreading like revenge porn and talking shit? Not really. Legal action will be taken against the video producer for being in violation of Texas revenge porn laws. YouTube has already been contacted as well as law enforcement. So he's going in. Okay, he's going in hard. Maybe not as hard as Kingston. But he's going in hard. He's going to change things. He's going to save his wife. He's going to save her. So she had shut off all of her social media accounts, but because she's probably addicted to this stuff and this is her entire life, she couldn't help herself. She had to reactivate to make a statement on her own. She doesn't want somebody out there telling her story for her. She won't have it. She won't have it. So let's read. Recently, hold on. You know what we need? We should have been playing this a lot. I really dropped the ball. Nice in the background. Recently, there's been a lot of conjecture about the context surrounding Hunter and my separation. I'd like to provide some clarity. During the 6 years we were together, I never cheated on Hunter. For the past few years of our relationship, we had discussed separation multiple times. Always for reasons that are personal and unrelated to this situation. So, she wanted to, though, and she was planning on doing it. As we saw in those messages about her living with Hunter, him being sick, that's why she couldn't hook up with Tinder guys. Like, are they separated but live in the same house? Maybe that's possible. Hunter and I had discussed and agreed to making anonymous OnlyFans content together after I had a conversation with someone I believed was an industry professional, Kingston. So maybe Kingston's not telling the whole side of the story, the whole truth here. Kingston has been grooming her. He didn't show us all this other stuff. Kingston's the one, apparently, if we believe her, if we take her on her word at face value, he got her to start doing that with her husband. It was 100% a grooming tactic. Introduce this to her. Do it with somebody you feel safe with. Do it with your husband. There's lots of money to be made. I viewed this as a lucrative side hustle. Kingston advised me on how to build the presence safely and anonymously, which she didn't do, because if you can look up, Kiara or Ciara Quinn XXX, that's her real name. And there's pictures associated with it. And apparently she even had a Reddit. I think with her picture, she was posting porn to Reddit. Eventually, Kingston felt like he was imparting a lot of insights to me for little in return, and asked me to engage with him to a greater degree sexually. Well, that's not what we saw. Unless there's more, which there totally could be, but that's not exactly what we saw. He mistook my compliance as genuine interest. She said that she was interested. She definitely indicated that she was down to clown. Okay? Let's see here. I think there's another page. During my conversations with him, he encouraged me to cheat on Hunter physically, which was a boundary I was not willing to cross, which is kind of contradicted by those messages. When I was considering ending things with Hunter, he tried to pressure me into waiting because he believed it would be detrimental for the OnlyFans business. He was unhappy when I didn't comply with either of these requests. His increasingly controlling nature throughout our conversations made me more and more hesitant to meet him and his girlfriend in person. Well, this is the first we're hearing of a girlfriend. But you got to have that bottom bitch to rope him in, to make the girls feel safe. I was scheduled to shoot OnlyFans content with his girlfriend only, but canceled the flights and hotel. So that's not what those DMs suggest at all. That's not what they suggest. She was looking for a gangbang. I mean, unless all those are fake, or it's a different girl or something, who knows? What a wicked web they weave. Little. I took some time away to think through things and essentially ghosted him a bit, which led to the release of this video. Yeah, but she started talking to him again after the ghosting. Well, we saw that. We've seen it all. Looks like, do we have a bunch of stuff? Okay. Deleted. Hunter makes a response. He made another response called The Truth. Heartbroken. The Truth. So this is pretty tough for me. Wow. I swear I thought Tyrone, Jamal, Washington, Daquan, and Big Tyler were just her study buddies working late at the library with her. He's like, I'm not a dummy, guys. Maybe my wife was trying to schedule gangbangs and stuff, and talking to this other dude about getting fucked and OnlyFans content behind my back. But dude, I'm not a dummy. Okay, I'm not a dummy. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find. Is there anything else? Let's see what this person post anything else, maybe? Let me see. No, that's Keffel stuff. Let's just look up his name. We'll look it up on Twitter. What are the people saying on Twitter about Hunter Avalllone? All right, so here's a video. I guess maybe it's a meme video. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's get in there. This is from somebody. It says, I should make a Carissa version of my Hunter Avalllone Big Black Penis Envy edit, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put this here to remind you that I was once again proven right months before the truth came out. It's always out there. The truth is always out there. Let's watch it. I've never seen this. Maybe it'll be exciting. Exclusive.
Ancient statues all depict men with tiny little penises. Small penises used to be a sign of masculinity.
So we've actually talked about this when we were talking about the micro penis episode, about why those depictions were. I believe it was Trembling who came in with the information, and which I was curious, so I just looked it up too on my own. And it had to do with modesty stuff. Really didn't have, I mean, I guess you could say, like, almost in a mimetic way, that ends up being true through the presence of the statues, because of the veneration of the statues, what they're symbols of, what they're supposed to represent. So I guess it could be suggested that people started equating kind of like godlike kings and emperors and gods and stuff like that with tiny penises. I guess that's possible.
Small penises.
16, 5, 17, 18.
This is fucking. Were the Greeks pedophiles? Yes. Sorry.
Hey, Chris, you don't need the money machine for them food. Hey, step up in the party and
So they're trying. So I guess this person is trying to suggest, maybe correctly, maybe incorrectly, I don't know, that it was because of the pederasty in the elite classes, like the art world and stuff like that, that they gave them small penises because they're actually attracted to small penises. That was what they like to venerate. They like to venerate small dicks because they were into kids. Well, that's definitely a wrinkle.
them bad bitches be on me. I be sipping on Patron when I'm jumping out Ferraris. I be rocking Gucci, sometimes Louis on retarded. And I'm
Tiny little
riding
penises.
shirties, but the shades Bible started. Hand on my scrap.
Like, why, like, as a person, as Hunter Avalllone as a person, like, why the fuck would you, like, why would you agree to do shit like this? Why would you agree to go to these kinds of debates and make these arguments? Like, what is even the point? Is it just like a mental flex? Showing people that you ain't scared? And what the fuck's the point of it?
Got my man on my muscles and my
Having a large penis was seen as barbaric and ridiculous.
Headed on this chopper too. Headed on this chopper too. Headed on the running round, 'cause this I'm with the chopper show.
Now we're getting into a Tariq Nasheed style video. This is a Tariq Nasheed style video all of a sudden. You know, history through a different prism.
Ballin' is my hobby. Got a honey going shopping in a 5-star with me, and I met her in the lobby. Took her to the room. She hit me with that line. Say she ain't that type of girl, so I told her stop lying. Hey, this your boy, Yo Gotti.
We need to destigmatize pedophiles.
Whoa, yeah, he's one of those guys. Another weird thing. Like, why? Like, even if this was your occupation and you did this, you made arguments and stuff. Why even get into the destigmatizing fucking pedophiles bullshit? Like, why even go there? Like, why even do that? Even if you thought, even if you were like, well, these people, they need to be able to come out to get help. Like, well, just fucking keep it to yourself, man. You're a public person. You have children. Traveling says, unrelated, but I've been watching these Medicare and Chill videos recently, and the one done on him watching this reality show Geek Love was hilarious. So brutal. Oh, man, those Medicare and Chill things are awesome. Actually, if you want it, I can't get it to you right now, but if I'll maybe send it to you on Instagram if I remember. I have a notoriously awful memory. I have the entire Medicare's entire internet history is on the Internet Archive. Some guy put it all out there, like everything he's ever done, I think, or at least most of it. It's like in progress. He's still like building it. So that was the first one that came up. Then there's the I Hypocrite video, which is basically the same thing we just did. But I like LP. Gotta go subscribe to our boy LP. That might be it. That might be it for the story so far. Maybe we'll have to catch up with it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Hunter, Spades, and Avalllone. It's all false, but it's also all true. Oh, that's, yeah. So somebody said that about his statement. It's all false, but it's also true. He's blocking people like crazy. I don't know what else. Has he said anything? Some goober made a video claiming she wanted to get peed on, and nobody ever said she actually got peed on or had sex with anyone but her husband. There are a lot of retards in the hate watch crowd. No, people are. Hold on, let me share this. People are responding to the fact that she was setting it up. Nobody thinks that. Everyone knows that it didn't happen. Like, everyone knows that it didn't fucking happen. Hunter. They're just saying, like, whoa, she's the type of girl that would do something like that. Hunter says, hold up, Twitter fucking user 123 actually knows Carissa's true thoughts and feelings. Incredible how many mind readers live amongst us. So some stunk with, of course, an anime avatar, because of course. Why couldn't you be honest and let everyone know leftist men are weak and undesirable? You fantasize constantly about real men your whole marriage until you burst and become a wannabe porn star. Why do you insist on creating more miserable, effeminate dudes like Hunter? Ooh. But this is also from a guy who has got a female anime avatar, so he's probably not living that Chad life. Also, although, you know, this is the internet, loves irony, could be a meme. Let's be fair. Let's not besmirch the name of Stunkling at Stunkling. Hunter says this is how someone would cope when their perfect little story of me is contradicted by evidence provided by me and my wife. Misato, Major Misato. Oh, yeah, somebody likes Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is how someone would cope if their wife were railed by a gang of black men and you just sat back and watched. Oh, my God. All right, so I guess that's kind of it for now. Wow. Well. I'm going to go check out that Medicare video. Not on stream, though. I got to go to bed. It's 1:30. I got some stuff to do this weekend. It's Father's Day on Sunday. It's my son's birthday. We're having his party tomorrow, but his birthday's on Monday. 6 years old. Can't believe I have a 6-year-old kid. It's crazy. It's wild stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for talking shit about Diane with me and Dan. Thanks for listening to the Flash review, and thanks for going on this Hunter Avalllone journey with me. Wow, what a night! What a wild night we've had. All right, guys. I will talk to you all probably Monday. I'll probably do something on Monday. All right, adios.
Hello, everybody. This is Di, anti-natalist.
Diane, down deep inside I cried. Diane, without your love I died. Diane, you know you drive me wild. Diane.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another.
You're such a little evil child, yeah.
Unbelievable. This guy just comes up out of nowhere, and he goes, your dog is not a prop. Fuck.
Yeah, I wanna pack and leave and slap your face. Bad girls like you are a disgrace. But way down deep inside I cry. Without you, little Diane, I die. I should drag you down, cause you're no good. You're two-faced, your heart's made of wood. But way down deep inside I cry. Without you, little Diane, I die. Listen to my heart. Oh, you're tearing it apart. Oh, why don't you understand? Why don't you stop it?
You know, a lot of times, families, breeders, don't know their place.
Stop it!
Well, if this is not a disgusting sign, in my whole life I've never seen this.
Stop it if you can, I wanna spread the news that you're untrue. But Diane, what good would it do? Cause way down deep inside I cry. Without you, little Diane, I die. Yeah, don't you understand, Diane? I said, yeah, I said, listen to the beat. Oh, I feel it in my feet. Oh, now it's my heart, Diane.
If you seek, violent porn against women, or if you participate in child porn, yes, that's an altogether different thing than eating an extra slice of pie or dipping into the cookie jar. But the devil did not make you do anything. Your parents did.
Out you little Diane, I die.